I'm Lorraine Beeman. I'm an interview coach who helps people excel during interviews by sharing insights and strategies on how to answer questions like the question, tell me about yourself. This is probably the most frequently asked question during an interview. It is the easiest one to prepare for because you are an expert on yourself. So the question is, what type of information should you include in your answer? Because remember, we want to keep interview answers down to about 60 seconds. One of the ways to prepare your answer for this question is to think about what the employer is really saying. And what they're really saying is, what can you do for me? And so I want to give you an outline of the information to include, remind you that you want to keep your answer down to 60 seconds, and then encourage you to customize your answer so that it really reflects you and what you can do for the employer. So there are 4 parts to answering the question, tell me about yourself. The first one is to identify yourself at your professional level. The second is to list your areas of expertise, then give an example of an achievement in your field, followed by a request to be hired. Because the question is, tell me about yourself, and you're telling them what you can do, how well you do it, and that you want to do it for them. So let's get into some specifics. And I want to take each part and share a way of approaching it depending where you are in your professional level. And don't be turned off by that professional level. It's just a shorthand for saying where you are in your career journey. So let's say that you are currently a junior in high school and you're looking for your first job, and the employer asks you, tell me about yourself. You'll express your professional level by saying, I'm currently a junior at Alameda High School. If you're in college, you're going to say, I'm currently a junior at the University of California. If you are a recent graduate, either high school or college, you're going to say, I recently graduated from. If you are a mid-career, you're going to say, let's say you're an accountant, you say, I'm an accountant. So again, it's where you are in your career growth. Then you're going to talk about your area of expertise. We want that to be job related because remember, we're telling the employer what we can do for them. So let's say you're that high school student who wants their first job and it involves a lot of customer service. Let's say that you want to work at the counter in a fast food restaurant. And you're going, well, wait a minute, I've never had a job, but you do have expertise. And this is very important, whatever level you are. You are attracted to jobs because you think they're going to be fun and you're going to enjoy them. And that comes from the fact that you have some skills and talents that you can use in that position. So for that first fast food job, you have a great personality. You work fast, you learn fast. And so when they say, when you talked about your expertise, you're going to say, well, I'm very good at customer service. I learn very quickly, and I'm a hard worker. At the other end, if you're the CEO, then you're going to talk about your areas of expertise, including managing P&L, building teams, pivoting during COVID. So you get the idea. Wherever you are, you have expertise. Then you want to give an example of your achievements. We'll start with that high school student. And you're going, wait a minute, Lorraine, I haven't ever worked. But you have probably helped someplace. You have probably maybe served a meal at a homeless shelter. Maybe you help get dinner on the table every night. Talk about your food-related experience. And at the other end of the spectrum, the CEO is going to talk about leading a company through a merger and acquisition or a major turnaround. Then you're going to ask for the job by saying something like, and I hope the next step in my career, or I hope to have my first job with you as, and then fill in the blank. Those are the 4 basics. Once you have them, be creative. You may switch around that interest in the job to that first sentence. I am a junior in high school who's looking for my first opportunity to work as a cashier for a fast food restaurant, name the restaurant. As a CEO, you might be saying, I'm an experienced executive looking for an opportunity to turn around a company. But however you move it around, make sure that you hit all 4 points: professional level, expertise, examples of abilities or achievements, and interest in the job.